Friends, OCD can be fucking exhausting. The constant thinking. But if we can reframe it, as this is our brain's way of thinking that it's keeping us alive, or this is a coping mechanism. And you probably heard this from your therapist. I'm not really saying anything new, but it's like coping with the unknown. Because we are predictable machines. We like to know what's going on. But so much so we want to do like 5 years, 10 years. We can't be present with what's in front of us, God forbid. Because our computers, we have this advanced computer machine, and it has trouble learning to slow down at times and being like nature, being still. Like, for example, my cat over here. Oh, she's turning her butt to me now. But, like, she doesn't have a care in the world. Like, we can live like that if we can kind of see, all right, how does my brain compare to this cat? As long as she's fleeing from predators, she's good, right? But we don't really have any foreseeable predators per se. Like, we're not going into an ocean and getting attacked by a shark. We're not going, into the forest and getting attacked by bears. So, like, why are we in this overdrive? It comes down to our imagination. We have a very overactive imagination about what we should be doing. We also have all these rules. What we should and shouldn't be doing, how to live the perfect life, what we should have in our career, relationships, etc. I mean, that's all good and dandy. But when it becomes kind of like obsessive, to the point where you're not even present with what's going on in front of you, it's an outdated lizard brain technique, right? So how can we be more like a cat or a goldfish that just forgets things every 5 minutes and resets? Like, we need to learn to reset and stop holding on to our worries, our fears that don't even exist in the real world. So breathe. And realize that there are limitations to our computers in our heads. We don't know everything. We like to think we know everything. But maybe being comfortable with not knowing. Because that's what opens up life in front of you. That gives you the chance to really explore versus living in your expectations or your assumptions about things. You're not blinded by your fears anymore because okay, this is just the advanced computer trying to do its job to keep me alive. But I mean, like, imagining the worst case scenario, it doesn't really prevent it from happening, right? Like, for example, if you're going in to get an MRI or some type of test to rule out cancer, whatever, right? Will worrying about the cancer in advance of the test change the outcome of that test result? No, it won't. You either have it or you don't. But all that anticipatory anxiety leading up to it, that's your computer's way of trying to control the situation and be like, if I just know the worst thing that can happen, I could potentially stop that from happening. But this is all imagination, right? So you're actually creating double the pain. And if we can realize that anxiety is man-made, anxiety is just, it exists in here. It exists from our imagination. That can kind of help you take a step back and realize that it's not reality. So